Good morning, happy Friday, the 30th of April, last day of April. Wow. I'm actually going away tomorrow. I'm going to Kent for a week, which will be lovely. What are we talking about today? We're talking about how to know if it's time to increase your prices. This is so key for anybody running a business. None of us are charging enough. None of us are charging what we're worth. And consequently, we are. Good morning, Kate. We may be feeling resentful towards our clients sometimes that we're not actually charging them enough. And so we need to work out how to increase our prices and what to do and when is the right time. Good morning, Denise. I hope you're well. So how do you know if it's the right time to increase your prices? Selling your product on the cheap, basically, or your service, could be a significant detriment to your business, and we'll go through that in a minute. But trying to find the realistic prices is it can be the key to success, basically. Kate is saying, "Oh my goodness, Kate, this is brilliant. You'll be very proud. I'm sending out my price increase email this morning. Even decided to send it to a few more people than I planned." Kate, that's fabulous. I'm so pleased. Well done. You see, this is what my clients do. Sometimes they actually take action on the things that we talk about. So, how to know if it's the right time to increase your prices? Many new companies, small businesses, etc., start with lower prices to get a foothold on that ladder, to get into that market, which is completely understandable. But if you keep that up for too long, you are going to be underpricing and you can harm your business in a really, really bad way, actually. Katie Page, you're not included. She says that's brilliant. The thought of raising your prices can be really scary. It's a real mindset thing, and it's something that you've got to try and push yourself forward through. You've got to push yourself through that comfort zone. Some of us think that if we push our prices up, that we're going to lose clients. Well, if we're going to lose clients, it's because cost is more important to them than the value that you're offering them. In which case, if any of my clients know I talk about grading my clients, grading your clients, and I think it's absolutely key to be able to grade your clients because when you do start to increase your prices, if that particular client then says, okay, yeah, absolutely, I'm quite prepared to do that, then they've gone up from a C or a D or whatever it happens to be to a B. Anyhow, let's work out. Let's go through how do you know when it's the right time to do this? Number one, rising demand and increased workload. This is key. A sure sign that you need to raise your prices is if your company starts facing more demand than it can handle. You're so busy, you just don't know whether you're coming or going. Having an abundance of new orders is excellent. It's wonderful, new clients, whatever it has to be. But if you're overworking all of the time, it may well mean that your services or your product is too cheap. So people find affordable prices very tempting, and they might disregard the quality, which is absolutely key, of the service in favor of a lesser cost. But if you're confident in your company's work and the value that you are offering, then increasing your prices is a really, really good idea. It will let you keep the respectable customers, but it will also attract new ones. New ones who are more helpful and more happy to pay your prices. Going for reasonable prices that take the quality, the work, the expenses all into account will leave you with a manageable number of customers, but it will increase your profits, which, as everybody knows, I am very much into increasing profits. The clients usually are in actual blissful ignorance as to what you're increasing anyhow, depending on how you do it. If you are selling a course or something for, I don't know, say £695, whatever it happens to be, then the majority of people who are paying that for a 6-week course or whatever it happens to be are not really going to mind paying an extra amount on the condition that you're giving them the value. If you're just increasing it for the sake of it, then that's not great. We are going through all of our clients at the moment and going through a services review, making sure that we are offering everything that our clients need, and nothing extra that they don't need. usually during the year, you will find, we will find particularly that the scope of our business, our work changes a bit, which is absolutely fine. But then it means that we're doing things free for our clients, which we can't do. So therefore, we have to do a services review. It doesn't necessarily mean their prices are going to go up. But the majority of the time, they're just saying, yeah, actually, yeah, you do offer us the value that we want. So that's absolutely fine. So sign number two is, have you got the cheapest offer on the market? Keeping track of what your competitors are doing is absolutely key. It's useful to be aware of the strategies and the models that other companies and other businesses are employing so that you can adjust and improve your business as well. And the same, obviously, goes for pricing. It may seem counterintuitive, but having the lowest price out of all your competitors will not benefit your company in the long run. I'm going to repeat that. Will not benefit your company in the long run. People associate low prices with cheap service, and actually they rarely opt for that. You think about how when you're buying a service or a product or something like that, do you always go for the cheapest? Probably not. You probably go for something a little bit higher, not the top one, because you look at it and you think, woo, God, that's expensive. But then you'll look at all the reviews and make sure that it's what it is, what it says what it is, and it does what it says on its tin, etc., etc. But it's very unlikely that you'll ever go for the cheapest one, unless you are purely looking for a service at a cost price. If you are looking for the cheapest possible thing, then fine, but you may not get the best possible service. So, as I said, it can be counterintuitive having the cheapest price. The medium price range is usually the most attractive. Being the cheapest will probably get you quite a lot of customers at first, but the reputation that comes with it will eventually harm your business. So number three is you've kept the same prices for a long time. I haven't raised my prices for 2 years until this year, partly because of COVID, but also actually because I completely forgot last year because of COVID. It's not obligatory to raise your prices every year by any manner of means. It's sort of expected sometimes, not always, but I think it depends on how the market's evolving, what's happening, COVID, all the usual things. But usually a successful business will make a small adjustment to accommodate the changes that you're making. Realistic prices can advance your business. How? There's a sweet spot between going too high and too low with your prices, and it's really key to find it. If you get it right, your company will continue to grow and develop, without a doubt. Don't fear losing your customers over a higher price, and set it up realistically, and you'll start attracting the ideal customers that you want. There is a massive mindset shift that needs to happen before some of us are able to increase our prices. It can feel daunting, it can feel scary, and it can feel very uncomfortable. But once you push yourself through that comfort zone and start to charge what you're actually worth, you'll look back on this time and you'll think, how on earth did I get away with only charging that? Work out what the difference would be to your profits if you increased your prices by, say, 5%. So I have to look at this piece of paper because otherwise I'll get it all wrong. So if your annual sales are, say, 30,000 a year, Denise Little, why haven't you raised yours for a rather long time? How many years? Denise, how many years have you not raised yours for? So if your annual sales is £30,000 a year, a 4% price rise will generate an extra £100 a month, not to be sniffed at. If your annual sales are £50,000 a year, I'm just going to get rid of that, a 2.4% price rise, which nobody would even bat an eyelid at, will generate an extra £100 a month. A 5% increase will generate an extra £200 a month. And a 10% would give you an extra £400, which equates to £4,800 a year. Again, not to be sniffed at. If your annual sales are 100,000 and you increase your prices by 1.2%, you'll get that £100. But if your annual sales are 100,000 and you increase by 5%, you will generate an extra £416 per month. Denise Little says that she has not raised her prices for maybe 3 or 4, which I have a feeling possibly may mean 5 years, Denise. Just think about it. How would you feel if your profits rose by these amounts? It's not huge amounts. It really isn't. Someone like Denise, who is a mindset coach, we call her, and hypnotherapist. If you raised your prices by 10%, nobody would bat an eyelid, because the value that you give to your clients is immeasurable. Actually, totally immeasurable. 10%. It's not a huge amount, but it could make a very big difference to your profits. Do your prices reflect the value that you're giving, and do they actually cover your costs and give you a profit? If they don't, then you really, really need to reconsider this if you're actually running a business. Of course, you might not be running a business. You might be just running a hobby. It's completely up to you. But if you're running a business and you want to make this a serious business, you need to make a profit on that business. To make a profit, you have to charge what you need to charge. So I'm not going to say any more about this, but I'm just saying, just think about raising your prices. I know it's scary, but being a mindset coach, Denise won't be too scared doing it, hopefully. I am having a week off from tomorrow, so I am not going to do a Friday Focus next Friday. This is the first one that I haven't done in a whole year. Who'd have guessed it? Somebody who hates being on camera, hates doing anything video, hates doing anything live, is doing Friday Focuses every single week. Anyhow, so I'm not going to be exactly, this is what Denise is saying. My prices do not reflect what I give out, and it's not a hobby, it's my livelihood. So if it's your livelihood, you need to make a profit on it. In order to make a profit on it, you need to be able to charge what you're worth. I'm not going to say any more on that. Anyhow, so I will see you all in 2 weeks' time. Have a lovely bank holiday. I hope it's going to be nice weather. I haven't even looked. Yeah, have a lovely bank holiday, and I will see you on Friday week. Bye.